Hello, collective. So, once again, it's time for another exciting episode of Two Tones Twisted Tarot Tales. It's been a while, but I'm going to get back to the good old fashioned original Twisted Tarot Tales, featuring the Tarot in Wonderland or Wonderland in Tarot by Barbara Moore, illustrated by Eugene Smith. Also featuring some United States flashcards, the two-tone Infernal deck, and then a secret special edition I've added to the Tarot Tales is going to be the Occult Tarot. And instead of shuffling, I already know which state we're going to use to find a Republican out of to do a Twisted Tarot Tale for. So give me 1 second and we're going to get started. So I think it's befitting and long overdue to do a huge reading on this man right here. His name is Greg Abbott. He is the Texas governor. I kind of avoided doing this guy because I don't know. I don't know how to say this, but I just felt kind of weird doing this for someone who utilizes a wheelchair. But, you know, there's assholes in wheelchairs too, right? So let's find out who Greg Abbott is. Gregory Wayne Abbott is an American politician and lawyer serving since 2015 as the 48th governor of Texas. A member of the Republican Party, he served as 50th Attorney General of Texas from 2002 to 2015. Abbott was elected governor in 2014 and re-elected in 2018, with 59 and 56% of the vote, respectively. Abbott was the third Republican to serve as Attorney General of Texas since Reconstruction. That's interesting, right? And as governor, Abbott supported the Donald Trump administration. He signed into law anti-abortion and anti-immigration measures. During his governorship, Abbott received criticism for his handling of a February 2021 North American winter storm that left 4 million Texas households without power. Abbott's approach to handling the COVID-19 pandemic has been controversial. During the pandemic, Abbott has taken a minimalist, hands-off approach to COVID-19 public health precautions. In 2020, he implemented one of the shortest stay-at-home orders in the country. Throughout the pandemic, Abbott imposed restrictions on local governments in Texas to prevent them from implementing face mask mandates and other public health precautions. Once a COVID-19 vaccine was made widely available, Abbott prohibited businesses and other institutions from requiring customers to have proof of vaccination. He's been in the news recently. Here's some headlines. CNN, what's so wrong with Greg Abbott's rape comments? That's one of the headlines. Slate, Texas governor, abortion law doesn't need rape exception. NPR, fact check, Texas governor Greg Abbott's misleading remarks on the state's abortion. So let's look at some more headlines really quick. Yahoo News, AOC breaks down basic biology after Governor Greg Abbott said women raped in Texas had 6 weeks to get an abortion. The Hill, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez explains basic biology to Texas Governor Greg Abbott. News Wrap from PBS, Texas governor signs bill limiting voting. Newsweek, Texas Governor Greg Abbott's approval plummets at 52%. Believes state is on a wrong track. Okay, let me re-say that. From Newsweek, Texas Governor Greg Abbott's approval plummets as 52% believe state is on wrong track. God, I sure hope that that's real. I hope that 52% of the people in Texas realize who their real enemies are. AP News, Texas governor defends abortion law with no rape exceptions. The Texas Tribune, Texas lawmakers left Austin without passing a ban on school mask mandates. I wonder what that means. CNBC, Elon Musk declines to address Texas abortion law directly after Governor Greg Abbott's comments. Politico, Texas drops mask mandate ban enforcement in public schools. So hold on, we're going to narrow down a good one, okay? You know, honestly, I just don't know where to begin with this guy. But we'll go with September 8th, which is today. And this is KLBJ 590 AM or 99.7 FM News Radio. That's in Texas, more than likely. This guy, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signs voting restrictions into law. I mean, that's not to mention, just the other day, he signed a sweeping, very unconstitutional anti-abortion law. I don't even know where to begin with that. But let's go with voting restrictions. So it says on Tuesday, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill into law placing new restrictions on voting. The signing into law of Senate Bill 1 adds new restrictions to early voting and new identification requirements, which critics say will disproportionately impact voters of color. Republican, conservative policy, voting policy ends up putting restrictions on people of color. Seems like the same old story, right? Abbott said at an event where he signed the bill, "It does make it easier than ever before for anybody to go cast a ballot. It does also, however, make sure it is harder than ever for people to cheat on the ballot box." Reforms are needed to the election laws of this state to ensure that fraud does not undermine the public confidence in the electoral process. The text of Texas's SB 1 states. SB, I believe, is Senate bill. The law also creates new rules and penalties for assisting others who fill out a registration form or ballot, which could make it harder for people with disabilities. Wonder who powerful in Texas has a disability. Or language barriers to vote. It also requires large Texas counties that lean Democratic to live stream video at ballot counting sites. It doesn't require counties that lean Republican to live stream, just the Democratic ones. Texas is one of several Republican-leaning states that have pushed for new voting restrictions after former President Donald Trump's allegations of voter fraud in the 2020 election. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed restrictive voting bill into law in May, and Georgia Governor Brian Kemp enacted sweeping changes to the state's election rules in March. The new restrictions have prompted national attention and lawsuits in all three states. I got to get on this Georgia one sooner or later. Maybe that'll be the next twisted tarot tale. So basically, this guy right here, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, Republican. Okay, there he is. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, Republican. We're going to be doing a twisted tarot tale for this guy, and at the end, I've changed things up. So we're going to do Infernal deck clarification on the Tarot of Wonderland. Then after that, towards the end, we're going to find out which demons are hanging around this guy. Because even though he's a disabled person, and I sympathize with disabled people, I guess you can still be a demon in a wheelchair. It's sad. Hold on, guys. All right, guys, so what I want to do is a 5-card spread for the Texas Governor Greg Abbott. So here is a listing of different options here. We could do past influence, present influence, major influence, advice, outcome likely if advice is followed. We could do the past, the present, the future, core reason for circumstances, and then the potential of situation. Or we could do present situation, influences, challenges, final outcome, theme. We could do past influence, current influences, advice, obstacle, final outcome. We could do what to embrace more of to achieve my highest self. That's pretty interesting, huh? What to accept for inner peace, what I should let go of, advice I need to hear right now, and the direction I'm heading in. I don't know, I'm kind of liking that one, right? We could do theme, we could do positives. We could do theme and then positives, difficulties, internal world guidance. We could do your motivation. What excites you? What compels you forward every day? How does that affect your decision? Ideal outcome in this world. What would you truly like to happen? If you could close your eyes and dream, what do you really desire to get out of these circumstances? Your values. What are your principles? What do you value? How does that affect your decision? Option 1, likely outcome. What can happen if you take this path? Option 2, likely outcome. What can happen if you take this path? I like the very last one. And I like the what to embrace more of to achieve my highest self. Those are good. Those are both good. I'm still not sure. I might do something simpler. But I'm giving you guys this chance to look at this list. So pause the video when you want and pick which one you think I should do. And we'll see if I do that one. Okay? So, there it is. Get a good look at that list. Pause it and pick. Okay, collective. So you had some time to pick. I'm going to go with the very last one, but I'm not going to read the whole thing out every time I do it, unless it's taking forever to get a card. So it's time to shuffle. We're going to shuffle one really quick. I've already shuffled this like 3 or 4 times off camera. Okay, universe. We're going to be doing a 5-card spread for Texas Governor Greg Abbott. And right now, I need the first card. What is Greg Abbott's motivation? We're looking for Greg Abbott's motivation. What excites him? What compels Greg Abbott forward every day? How does that affect his decision? So we're looking for Greg Abbott's motivation. Let's see. Whoa, look at that. The Wheel of Fortune is Greg Abbott's motivation. He is motivated by possibilities. I think he's chasing something that he thinks is great and that will help him move forward in life. We'll see. I'm just going to put it up here a little bit for now so I can still read it. That might be a good spot anyway. Okay, universe. We need to know the ideal outcome for Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Whoa. The 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is the ideal outcome. In this world, what would Greg Abbott truly like to happen? If he could close his eyes and dream, what does he really desire to get out of these circumstances? I think that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to get the hell out. Because I believe the 8 of Cups is kind of like abandoning and running away. He's dug a hole for himself, probably because he's doing what he can do for his masters. So hold on a sec. Okay, universe. What are Greg Abbott's values? I still think there might be 1 or 2 rabbits hiding in this deck here. So if you could try to look here and see if you see any of the rabbits. Let me do like this. Maybe this will help. Okay. See if you can find any white rabbits. I know it's kind of hard by the angle that I have here, but I believe there's more than one rabbit now. Oh, did he just pass? I think he just passed. But anyway, let's get back to this. We're looking for Greg Abbott's values. What are his principles? What does he value? How does that affect his decision? I think we have an idea what Greg Abbott's values are. Whoa, should we take that one? I don't know. We have an idea about Greg Abbott's values. It's very much conservative, right-wing, oppressive, authoritarian, probably Christian fundamentalist, probably anti-everything, not conservative, not Republican. And he probably deep down believes that the Confederacy is the real country. Okay, universe, we need a card for Greg Abbott's values. What are Greg Abbott's values? What are his principles? What does Greg Abbott value? How does that affect his decision? Okay, guys, this is being difficult. It's being hard, but we're going to get there. Let's see if we can find that rabbit. If I have to, I'll pause it, and probably almost immediately a card will come out. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here all day doing this. We got to get Greg Abbott's values here. What are Greg Abbott's values? All right, guys, sorry. What are Greg Abbott's values? All right, one more time, guys. We're just going to pull one. Looking for Greg Abbott's values. The Seven of Wands. Looks like he's defensive, huh? His values are defensive. So let's go back to the spread here. So the last two, option 1, likely outcome, what can happen if you take this path. Option 2, likely outcome, what can happen if you take this path. So basically, let's get those cards. So those are the options. What is Greg Abbott's first option? Okay, universe, we need to know what Greg Abbott's first option is. Let's try a shuffle. Let's see if a shuffle will help us get this out. It's hard to get this guy, huh? Like I said, you know, I didn't feel right going after somebody in a wheelchair. It's hard to do. But this guy is really changing my mind. So let's find out what his options are. We need to get two options, universe. Two options. Looking for option 1. Or if you want to give us, you can give us options 1 and 2 together. But we need to get the options for Greg Abbott. What options does Greg Abbott have? Let's try this one. I think that's the victory card, right? Option 1 is victory. Victory for Mr. Gregory Abbott. That's interesting. Victory for him is defeat for everybody else. What's the other option here? Universe, we need to get another card to find out what Gregory Abbott's second option is. Man. This is very difficult. This is I guess it's because I haven't done this in a long time. It's been like ages since I've done the Twisted Tarot Tale, the original Twisted Tarot Tale. So we need one more card, Universe. Just give us one more card to get Texas Governor Greg Abbott's second option, I should say. Okay, let's see here. Let's just go with this one. Justice. So either his first option is victory. I believe 6 of Wands is victory. And the other option is justice. So, I think justice would be just raw, pure justice, which is not his agenda. It would probably be our agenda. So he has 2 options here. So we're going to read the cards. We're going to read the explanations of the cards really quick. So this is a long reading. These are going to be long. I've decided that the Twisted Tarot Tales will be long because there's a lot more to them. And I like to read the books with the pictures because you guys get to see the card better. So hold on one second. So for Texas Governor Greg Abbott's first card in this 5-card spread, it was his motivation. What excites Greg Abbott? What compels him forward every day? How does that affect his decision? And he got the Wheel of Fortune card. So isn't that artwork beautiful? And I'm going to read the Down the Rabbit Hole section of this book. So in a reading, the wheel is vague when read on its own. It is a card that benefits from context. It can herald good luck or bad luck, things turning around for the better or taking a downturn. The one constant is that things are always changing, so don't get too attached to the situation. Another way to look at it is that everything will always be okay because no matter what, you will be on top again. You just won't always know when that will happen. Like John Lennon said, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, then it's not the end. The key words are fortune, chance, cycle of life, opportunity, destiny, fate, good luck, movement, turning point, annual event. So basically, the Wheel of Fortune is his motivation. It makes sense. That's what he thinks in his head is, he thinks he's doing the right thing. He's lucky and he's motivated by this kind of luck that he thinks he has. His second card was the ideal outcome. In this world, what would Greg Abbott truly like to happen? If he could close his eyes and dream, what does he really desire to get out of these circumstances? And he got the 8 of Cups. And what it says is, in a reading, this card lets you know that either you or the circumstances have changed. You are starting to feel uncomfortable and restless. What was a perfectly good plan or way of life no longer suits you. Deep down, you already know that you have to leave, whether literally or metaphorically. One of the challenging parts of this idea is that your life, which seemed completely fine yesterday, now isn't. And the people around you are probably going to have a hard time with that. On the one hand, you have people questioning your need to move on and your own natural fear of the unknown. On the other, there is the resonant pulsing in your heart urging you on. Go, go, go. You may not even know exactly what you're going toward or looking for, and this uncertainty adds to the resistance you might be feeling. This sounds about right. Keywords: quest, journey, search, mission, discontent, dissatisfaction, unhappiness. This is the beginning of his unhappy time because 52% of Texas is sick of his bullshit. They're sick of the right-wing wacko shit. For Greg Abbott's values, what are Greg Abbott's principles? What does Greg Abbott value? How does that affect his decision? He got the six of, I'm sorry, wrong one. Hold on. For Greg Abbott's values, he got the 7 of Wands. Okay. So basically, I don't know if you can see that. It's beautiful artwork. Basically, in a reading, this card describes a situation where you must take a stand against what feels like incredible odds. As the chaos swirls around you, you keep your balance and your head by staying true to your ideals and fighting for what is right. Just as Alice wakes before we learn the outcome of her fight, this card does not guarantee victory. The important thing is to defend the truth as you see it. That matters more than winning. Hold tight to your convictions, tap into your deepest reserves of courage, and face all comers with integrity. Keywords: defending, protecting, valor, courage, standing up for beliefs, bravery, resolve, taking action. Obviously, this is a man who is willing to fight it to the end because of his values. The problem is his values are insane, just like the rest of the nutty right-wing wackos who think that they are doing something good and defending something great. They're not doing any of that. They are participating in degrading and destroying America. In America, this is where freedom is. People come here for freedom. People don't come here to go live in a state that constricts you from being able to vote or constricts you from making decisions about your own body. That's not America. That's not freedom. That's like China. So that's his values. His values are defending this crazy, insane right-wing wacko ideology. So we now have two options. Option one, likely outcome. What can happen if you take this path? And he got the 6 of Wands. I don't know why it doesn't say it in the book, but this is the victory card. In a reading, this card reminds us that victories do not happen in a vacuum. No hero has ever achieved glory entirely on his own. A good victor remembers that and makes sure all those who supported the mission are remembered and honored as well. Those who help make such achievements possible should always remember that they are always supporting themselves, because whenever greatness touches one person in the community, it touches everyone in the group. Whether you are a leader or foot soldier or cook, it takes everyone's best efforts to accomplish something of value. Work together, stand together, be stronger and better together. The keywords are victory, honor, achievement, recognition, pride, public ceremony, accolades, accomplishment, success, and triumph. So one of his options is victory. His other option is justice. Now, I think this option, justice, is what all of us want, okay? He wants victory because he wants to push his ideals. And the American people, we want justice. We want real justice, which is not his ideals. In a reading, justice promises that justice will be served. The questions that remain are these: who is serving up the justice and what type will it be? Exactly. If we are on the receiving end, we will get what we deserve, as determined by those sitting in judgment. Over this, we have little control. Although we can take a lesson from the king and make sure our facts are in order and are clearly understood by all involved. If we are the ones sitting in judgment, we should note here that the justice card has far more to do with judgment than the card named judgment. We have the opportunity to pick which face of justice we wish to embody. We will forgive others as we would wish to be forgiven, or shall we demand our pound of flesh? Keywords: Justice, karma, cause and effect, equality, truth, responsibility, integrity, fairness, judgment, contract, legal action, lawsuit, trial. So I think he should get his ass sued right out of office and sued to the moon. That's what needs to happen. That's our justice. He had his option number one for him is his victory. And option number two is our justice. So let's get his ass out of office and sued to the fucking moon. So now we're going to do some clarification with the Infernal deck. I've already shuffled it a few times. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it one more time. Maybe we'll do a cut. Okay, universe, we need a clarification for the first card here. Hold on a second, guys. Let me just do like this. Make this better. Okay. Yeah, I know this is a long one. I hope it's not too boring, but this is thorough, and I think we're getting some good information out of here. So, for Texas Governor Greg Abbott, we need clarification for his motivation, which is the Wheel of Fortune card. Okay, universe, we need clarification for the Wheel of Fortune card. I wonder if it's because maybe my hands aren't slippery enough or something. I don't know. It's hard for me to get flyers. Maybe I'm going too fast. I don't know. I am in a limited space with limited time. Maybe that's it. I'm trying to rush. Aha, look at that. We got a card, we got a flyer. Just fell right out. The demon Leviathan. His motivation is coming from the demon Leviathan. That's who he's chasing here. This little rabbit is the demon Leviathan, and Greg Abbott is chasing that demon. That's a big, monstrous, watery monster. It's interesting, too, because that monster is associated with the water, you know. And what happens with a woman when she's about to give birth? Her water breaks, right? So, okay, we see what's going on here. Okay, universe, I need clarification for the Eight of Cups. We need clarification for Texas Governor Greg Abbott's ideal outcome, which is the Eight of Cups, which looks like he's trying to abandon things. He's trying to run away. He can't run away. He's in a chair. He can't run away. Oh, look at that. What is that? Inefficiency. So I think he's pretty inefficient. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious. I'm not trying to be mean here and roast somebody who has disabilities in a wheelchair. But he is very inefficient at being able to run away from this situation. It's not going to be able to happen for him. He can't get away from this. He's going to get voted out of office and hopefully sued back to the Stone Age. So that was his ideal outcome. It's inefficient of him to try to run away. So now we're looking for his values. We need a clarification for the Seven of Wands. Texas Governor Greg Abbott's Seven of Wands values. He thinks he's defending unborn people. He thinks he's defending voting abilities. He thinks that he is doing the right thing by limiting people from being able to vote. So we need to get clarification on the Seven of Wands for Texas Governor Greg Abbott's values. Oh, there we go. It sort of matches. It sort of matches the tarot card, the Seven of Wands. It's kind of like resistance, you know. I mean, you're resisting. You know, this guy is engaged in something that's making people angry, and he's gonna resist all those people coming at him now. Now, of course, he's gonna resist, right? So his values is resistance. He thinks he's resisting the establishment. Stupid. All right, guys. Universe, I need a clarification for his first option, the Six of Wands. What's the clarification for the Six of Wands for Greg Abbott? Whoa. Need clarification for the Six of Wands for Greg Abbott, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, his victory card. What is the clarification for his victory? Was it this one? I'm going to go with that. I think that's kind of what happened. Gonorrhea. I knew it. I knew it. He's got gonorrhea. He is very victorious in getting an STD. He's very victorious in gonorrhea. I knew it. I knew something was going on there. Yeah. So that's the first option. He can either be victorious with gonorrhea, or his second option, which is the Justice card. I think that's our option. I think that's our American people option against this guy. Justice would be an option he would not want, but it is still an option. So let's get a clarification for the Justice card for Texas Governor Greg Abbott. I hope he's gonna be victorious with gonorrhea, but I don't want that victory to be any other kind of victory than that. That's the only victory he deserves. I think we deserve justice. The American people deserve justice. So it looks like, yeah, our justice is a burden. Our justice is a burden to Gregory Abbott. Yeah, it sounds like every Republican on earth. The people's justice is a burden to the conservatives and Republicans because they're shameful degenerates. All right, guys, we're going to get ready to pull out some demons now. We're going to find out which demons are hanging around Texas Governor Greg Abbott. So I've already shuffled this deck like 3 or 4 times, and I want to make sure that it's right side up. It's right side up. I'm going to shuffle it again, and we're going to find out which demons are hanging around with Greg Abbott. I'm going to try for 2. Most of the time it's 2 demons. If 2 aren't coming out, then we'll just stick with 1. But we'll see. So, okay, universe, we need to find out which demons are hanging around Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Marchosias. What the hell is that? I never heard of this thing. The Marchosias. A strong and faithful fighter. Follows all commands and answers all questions. I do think he's got some fight in him. He's got some spunk in him. So that's one demon hanging around him. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to move the cards back so I can put this card up there. I mean, he's already got Leviathan, you know. But we're going to find out and see if there's another one. So he's got Leviathan as well as Marchosias, whatever. It's associated with the Nine of Wands. A strong Nine of Wands, right? A strong and faithful fighter, follows all commands and answers all questions. Yeah, now he's got that demon helping him out. So, okay, universe, what other demons are hanging around with Texas Governor Greg Abbott? So he's already got two, right? One of them is deeply associated with water. It looks like another one's associated with fire, huh? So he's got a water and a fire demon associated with him. I mean, Leviathan might be in this occult tarot deck. So maybe I've already pulled him out. We gotta see though. Oh, there's another one. Let's see. Cimeies? I don't even know how to say that. Cimeies. Associated with the Four Swords. Teaches grammar, logic, and rhetoric. Can make one appear like a soldier. So he's got this demon that helps him look like a soldier. He might have been in the army, I think. I can't remember. I can't remember if Greg Abbott has a military background or not. But, so this demon helps people appear like soldiers. So I bet you he can use this demon to make himself look like he's not in a wheelchair. So he's got, like, he can scare people, you know, make them think, oh, you know, I can kick your ass, you know. So he's got at least three demons: Leviathan, Marchosias, and Cimeies, whatever the hell this is. Man. So it looks like this is going to do it. This is going to be the conclusion of the reading. I'm trying to see if I can get all this in one shot so it makes a really good Instagram photo for Instagram. But yeah, so you guys out there need to be aware of this Texas Governor Greg Abbott. He's being controlled and influenced by three demons: the Leviathan, the Marchosias, and the Cimeies. He's got gonorrhea. He's got a victorious, or, you know, he's got two options. One of them is to be victoriously gonorrhea. It's hard to say it. He's got two options. One is to be victorious in gonorrhea, and the other option is the burden of the people's justice. The people need to bang on his door. I mean, maybe this is the sacrifice. You know, he can sacrifice that, right? Either you're victorious and you get gonorrhea, or you're not victorious but you deal with the people banging at your door for justice, real justice. This guy needs to get voted out of office and needs to have his ass sued back to the Stone Age. So I'm going to conclude that. I'm going to conclude this reading for Texas Governor Greg Gonorrhea Abbott. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.